Hey guys, Fallen here. We just saw the world launch trailer of Age of Mythology drop, and along with it, we can also see that one of the premium features that was offered, New Gods Pack Freyr, is also available for purchase on Xbox. On this page, you can already see some of the details of what this new major god, the new accompanying minor gods, and the new myth units are going to look like. Let's try to dive into a bit more detail of all these units, new abilities, and discuss how these might play. Alright, so the new major god is Freyr. He is the god of fertility and kinship, and he comes with three minor gods, Ullr, Aegir, and Vidar. Freyr's focus is defensive and technological, which is a new thing for Norse, as the other three gods have very aggressive bonuses that help with an aggressive gameplay. Now, changing a pantheon's identity is always going to be very tricky, as they have set unit types, and it'll be good to see how well the rest of the Norse tech tree is suited for a defensive, boomy play. If you're a pro player, please leave your initial thoughts on this new god and all the abilities that are available for him down below. Freyr is the twin of goddess Freya, so it should be safe to assume that she will be the other minor god we will have when we are going to the classical age alongside Ullr. While I also feel Skadi could be his other heroic option. With a defensive build into Boom, Frost as god power feels very much like Aegir's ability of Tempest, which would be Hailstorm, and that just serves as another crowd control like Frost. So I think he would probably get Njord as other minor god. As Walking Woods, it would feel like a very flexible god power that can be used both offensively and defensively if in a pinch. Lastly, we have Vidar with very aggressive god power and mythical unit. I believe all the defense that we have set up in classical and heroic age will make sure that we reach options in mythical age more consistently with this Norse god when we are turning on aggression and we are killing our opponent very fast as soon as we reach the mythical age. Now, for the second minor god for mythical age, I feel Tyr will feel very nice with Fimbulwinter as the second option, because again, we are supporting a defensive play, but Norse don't really have that late game option. So in that regards, they have to finish the game quickly as soon as they reach mythical age, and Fimbulwinter might work very well as the second option of killing the opponent very fast. Now, his god power is Gullinbursti, or Golden Bristles, Golden Mane. I'm not sure exactly which one is the better suited meaning here. It's a mythical wild boar that belongs to Freyr, and apparently its mane was supposed to be so bright that it could illuminate the darkest night. Alright, so with some theory crafting out of the way, let's look at all the other details that were revealed. Freyr's god power, Gullinbursti, it'll summon Freyr's magical giant golden boar to defend the town center. Now, at first glance, I really like this ability because once you go to classical age and once you want to drop your second town center, when you're playing defensive, you can only usually defend one area. So having this option, having Gullinbursti available to protect your second town center, feels amazing. Now, let's look into what minor gods we have available now, the new ones. Ullr is the first one, and this is the classical age Norse god, and he's the god of oaths and archery. Now, archery is also very new for Norse. Ullr improves your defenses and longhouse units. Ullr's god power is Asgardian Bastion, and it allows you to erect a powerful hill fort-like fortification 1 age earlier than usual. Now, this will work very well with defensive gameplay, I believe, but maybe there is also a world where we'll be seeing some very aggressive strategies with using hill fort forward. Maybe there will be some restriction on where you can build it. If not, people might just go forward with it and try to make it work as a very, very strong aggressive ability. Okay, so his unit is Draugr, an undead archer whose arrows penetrate multiple targets. So this is what I feel is the biggest impact of the new upcoming changes, because Norse now have a piercing damage option, which was sort of lacking before. Maybe there was a myth unit that was contributing here, but overall they didn't have any archers. And yes, this is still a myth unit, and it's still going to be a bit more difficult to mass since it's doing hitting multiple targets. It should feel like somewhat of an archer composition. We will have to see though how these projectiles are working. As we have seen in AoE 2, multiple projectiles usually mean one arrow is doing full damage and others just do token damage or 1 damage each. Maybe in Age of Mythology they don't care about such balancing, and each archer's arrows will do full damage. We will have to test it out and see. Alright, so the next god we have is Aegir, who is the heroic age Norse god, and he's the god of sea and storms. Aegir boosts our myth units and siege weapons. As mentioned earlier, his god power is Tempest, which is a crowd control ability where he calls down a hailstorm, and it does damage and greatly slows the enemy units. The area of effect for this ability doesn't seem very large in the picture that was shared, but let's play with it and see how it feels. Maybe it's just too broken, that's why they had to keep the area of effect so small. His myth unit is the Rock Giant, a towering personification of stone who crushes and even devours buildings. Now, hinting that there might be a lot of crush damage, or maybe like a colossus, it's devouring part of the building and regenerating HP. We'll see what they meant here. So, crush damage is something you expect from rock, and then you feel sorry for Scissor. Bad jokes aside. Okay, so finally we have new god Vidar. It's a mythical age Norse god of vengeance and resilience. Vidar favors your human soldiers and heroes. So Vidar's god power, Inferno, it unleashes a fiery path of destruction and incinerates it all. Now, if you can see this image, it looks amazing, and I cannot wait to try this god ability. Now, his myth unit is Fafnir. It's a infamous wingless dragon of Norse legend. It looks somewhat like the Chinese dragons. So what he does is he envelops, he spits out fire and poisonous fumes. So it might not just be doing damage, but might also be putting some damage over time debuff on the enemies. I think this looks very cool, and really both the god power and the myth unit for Vidar seem absolutely crazy, and I'll really be looking forward to playing this and trying to reach mythical age as soon as possible using those defensive options. Okay, so we've been talking about Freyr, I feel I can also inject a bit of unreasonable expectation from me. The gods, according to mythology, they gave Freyr Alfheimr, which is the realm of the elves, as a teething present. So maybe we could use this as an excuse to add elves as an economic unit? Hint to developers? This is yet to be seen, but I feel that will be a very cool addition, even if they could provide us a skin for the villagers to change and look more like elves. We could have elves and dwarves as Norse, and that would be really cool. Alright, so aside from adding gods, we will also be getting one new fully voiced mythical battle. I think it'll be called Reichenlife Rally. Please go check out the expansion page on Xbox for the full detail. I'll try to leave a link down below. That's all for now though. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.